Selene and welcome back to my channel. Today's Plan With Me video is going to be inside of my finances agenda. How I make sure not to ever have a late fee, how I make sure that I'm not going to miss a bill because those late fees suck. Everybody has bills. Everybody, unless you're still living with your parents and they pay for your stuff, then you have nothing to worry about. Today's video is going to be how to organize your finances, how I organize my finances. Because I am married to an accountant who is always on top of his stuff, and I need to be on top of my stuff because that is how you save money, that is how you get to your goals and you accomplish them and you get things done. Alright, so let's get started. The planner that I'm going to be using today is this one. This is the Louis Vuitton GM in the monogram print, and this is actually a gift, and I've been dying to use this planner. The only thing is that I didn't have any inserts for it, and the inserts that I personally love to use are the ones from the Happy Planner or the ones from the Erin Condren Planner because they're kind of the same. The Happy Planner, they're just a little bit bigger and they have more space to write. I have considered and have tried to take out the pages and put them in here. The only thing is that they get cramped. I feel like it's too much work and I feel like it doesn't look nice and neat, and then the pages get bent. I'm going to organize my finances so that I can stay on top of my bills, especially now. I feel like we have a lot more bills to cover since we are landlords. A lot of things that are going on in my life that I need to organize. I tend to memorize things more when I write them down instead of just like putting them on my phone. But before we begin doing that, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to set this up and decorate it because that is the fun part. The scrapbook paper and washi tape and all that fun stuff that I'm going to be using is going to be from the subscription box service. It is the Scarlet Line Planner Society subscription box, and it is hands down the best one. I highly recommend it. I've been subscribed to her for maybe like more than, I wouldn't say a year now, and I absolutely love everything. You get exclusive artwork from the artist herself, and you get like customized washi tape and just like really cute stuff. So I'm going to dig in here. As you can tell, I already rummaged through this. I'm also going to be using these right here. These are stickers from my own personal shop, planwithbelinda.com, where you guys can find these at the moment. They're sold out. I'm restocking tonight, so make sure to check in tomorrow because I will be restocking. These stickers are so popular and they sold out within like the first 24 hours. And then I printed out the image on a larger paper. This isn't on my sticker shop, but I just printed it out so I can put this as a cute little dashboard. And I'm also gonna decorate this. So I'm just gonna fast forward through this. Alright, so let's begin with some pretty scrapbook paper, which I'm going to make into a dashboard. And then for size reference, I'm just gonna grab one of the inserts and measure it to size. Now I do want it to be both different patterns, so I'm going to stick two of them together by adding some adhesive in between. Remember that image I printed out on sticker paper? We're gonna go ahead and trim that as well, add it to the dashboard, and then hole punch it. I also like to decorate the inside of the planner where the pockets are, and I like to line them up with some pretty scrapbook paper that's going to match the rest of it. I just feel like it looks really good together and it makes it pretty, and so I'm just gonna grab different patterns that I like, including this one right here that was actually inside of the Planner Society kit, and I really love the bag that they use, and I just wish they would have used this pattern as a scrap sheet of paper. They didn't, but I still trimmed it down to size. It was perfect though because it was really thin, and then I just made sure to round out the corners with a round puncher. And then also we're going to decorate our checkbook because I do need my checkbook in here. That way when I'm writing out bills or anything, everything is in one place, and so I needed that to be decorated as well, and it keeps it very private. If you open this up, no one's going to see your checkbook in there, but you know it's there and it's pretty. I also grab a different scrap sheet of paper, that way I can write in between and it doesn't transfer onto the check underneath that. So everything is just really satisfying to look at. Some other things to keep handy in your binder or in your planner are like envelopes, which I tend to use every single month that I have to pay, as well as stamps. And I can't let go of this Harry Potter stamp, so I'm just gonna put it in my planner for right now. That way everything is easy to find and it's like a command station. You don't have to go anywhere else to find things and then forget to pay your bills eventually. Especially the ones that you have to mail out, which is not very common nowadays, but there are still those that do need that. So I'm going to use these inserts from a Kiki K planner that I had a while ago, and the months are blank, which is nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and decorate those. I'm going to be using these stickers as decor around it, as well as some from the Happy Planner, which include like the dates and the months of the year, as well as like the numbers, which is really handy too. The way that I find this really helpful is that by visually seeing at a glance what you have to pay for on a monthly basis really helps you control your money a little bit better. When it comes to automated payment, a lot of people don't even realize how much money they're spending that they don't have to. And then sometimes they subscribe to something and don't even use it. So for this reason, we are going to make a list of everything that you pay for in the month. This is just including bills, not included like groceries or entertainment or anything like that. This is strictly bills, things that automatically come out of your account, or if you have to send a check to every single month. So this will give us a better view of what we're paying for, as well as how much and when they are due. Once we have that organized, we're going to start adding them into our monthly planner. That way we know exactly when they are due, so there are no late fees. And then the way that I like to organize mine is I like to highlight the ones that are not the same payment every single month. So the ones that come automatically out of my bank account that I know the price, what it's going to be every single month, I'm just going to simply jot down. But then I'm going to add stickers to the ones that tend to change, which is like credit card bills or things that tend to fluctuate. And then I'm also going to remind myself on my phone. This is going to give me a little alert to make sure that I paid on time. Now that I have a list of when everything is due, I'm going to write down in a separate sheet of paper the bills that I'm personally responsible for. Ricardo and I divide the responsibilities, that way it's not all pressure on one person to get them all paid. And so for that reason, I remind myself to pay certain ones and Ricardo will pay certain ones. So I'm just going to write down the ones that I'm responsible for, and this really helps me out because it gives me a visual look of what day they're paid, as well as what I can take out or leave in. For example, any subscriptions that I want to cancel that I no longer need or want. This just gives me a better visual look at that. So I'm making several different sheets like for each of my businesses, and then I'm making a section for Ricardo too. I'm going to share with you guys how I have been able to save money on any type of income, even when I used to work 2 jobs on minimum wage and I had to make ends meet. I was still able to save money, and it just takes a little bit of discipline, and I feel like it can work with any budget. So on a piece of paper, write down what is your goal by the end of a year. Give yourself 1 year to meet this goal and write down, I want to save up this much money. Then break it down into each month and see how much you have to separate after each paycheck. So for example, every paycheck I would set aside $25 after cashing my check or depositing it, and I would put it directly into a savings account. That way I didn't have to worry about saving it later. And out of sight, out of mind, that money wasn't necessary at that moment. I'm like, you know what, I can put $25. Adjust it to whatever your budget is and stick to it, and you will see that by the end of the year you can meet your goal. Okay, so now that you have your planner all set up, you have your checkbook, your stamps, your envelopes, you have what day you have to pay your month, you have things that are highlighted. You can go ahead and jot down how much you have to pay each month, and then you have your bills at a glance, that way you know what you have to pay. And then for a plan to save money, and then also write down your confirmation for your bills. You have everything in handy. It's like a really good thing to have. Decorating my planner is one way that keeps me motivated to keep looking at it because it's so cute and I want to continue to like keep up with it. So I'm also going to add some bows that I got from an Etsy shop, which I will have her information down in the description box below. So that is all for this video. I hope it helped you guys out. Let me know if you guys have any tips for me and what I can do to organize my finances better. If you have any ideas, I would love to hear them. And I'll talk to you guys next time, which is besos. Mwah!